Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 42, and today we have the final episode of Season 5 as we take on Stoke City in the FA Cup final as we go in search of our first piece of silverware of the entire series. Before we play the game, though, we're going to show a couple of things you need to see, including an injury, and also one of our new academy players too, who I forgot to tell you about. So I was supposed to do this a couple episodes ago, but I forgot all about it, so I do apologise for that. But basically, for this year, we had some new academy players, and we actually got a pretty decent one too, so I'm kind of annoyed at myself for not telling you about him. But anyway, his name is Robbie Harrington. He's a striker and he's 16 years old, of course. Look at these green arrows already, absolutely love them. And he's got the 3.5-star report, so it could improve quite a lot in the future. So I'm not going to say he's going to be as good as Sam Redmond, because we really lucked out with him in Season 1, but for the first time since Season 1, we actually have a player who could turn out to be pretty decent. So yeah, Robbie Harrington is his name. You can see his stats right here. He does look pretty decent. He's 6'2" as well, so could be alright in the air as well. And yeah, he looks pretty decent, doesn't he? He looks pretty decent indeed. So I'm looking forward to the development of this young striker. And again, I don't know whether he will turn out to be as good as Sam Redmond is for our first team, but hopefully he will be at least a decent squad player for us, because of course Liam Cullen hasn't really developed the way we were hoping. Maybe this guy could be the one that turns out to be our best homegrown talent in terms of the striker position. So yeah, Robbie Harrington is his name, and yeah, he looks pretty decent. And also one thing I noticed as well, which you guys may have just seen as I quickly clicked onto it here, he was born in Cardiff, yet his favourite team is Swansea. Oh, Robbie Harrington, you gotta love the guy, don't you? Seriously, imagine him wearing a Swansea shirt in the Cardiff pubs. But anyway, still, following this as well, the one thing I really need to show you too, just before the game, is this. Now, going into the FA Cup final, you guys knew we were going to be without Hugo Mayo, but unfortunately, we're also going to be without Timo Horn as well, because advancing to this date, I did this last night, Timo Horn bruised his head on Tuesday in training, and he's going to miss the FA Cup final. Now, this is absolutely gutting, because admittedly, Timo Horn has not had the best of years. In fact, I'll probably go as far as saying it's been his worst year ever since we signed him, and the average rating there does back me up with that too. He's not had the best of years. You guys have heard me say the phrase Timo Horn beating his near post one too many times, but let's be honest here, we'd still like to have our first choice goalkeeper for the FA Cup final. So yeah, Timo Horn is going to miss today's game here at Wembley. It's a big blow, because we can probably cope without Hugo Mayo, our right back, but Timo Horn, our number one goalkeeper, that's a very big miss for us. It really is. So because of that, Billy Mitchell on loan from Arsenal is going to go in goal for this game. And you know, don't get me wrong, you know, again, Horn hasn't had the best of season for us, and Mitchell isn't actually a bad young goalkeeper at all. As you can see right now, his stats here, he's not a bad goalkeeper whatsoever. He started 2 FA Cup games for us and kept 2 clean sheets as well. So, not a bad goalkeeper. Is that right? I'm pretty sure he started against Millwall and conceded against Millwall. That can't be right. Something's wrong there. But still, Mitchell's not a bad goalkeeper or anything. But I don't know. Like, just to miss Timo Horn is very, very bad, because obviously he is our number one, and he is better than Billy Mitchell. You can see by the stats. There's no doubt about that. So yeah, I don't really know what to say other than I'm really annoyed that training injury came at the worst possible time. But still, Horn will miss out today. He's not even able to be put on the bench, so without a sub goalkeeper on the bench. And this will be the team for the FA Cup final then. And let's get straight down to it, because I'm nattering on too much. So Mitchell will start in goal then. Back four of George, Marlon, Ruben Vezo and Kieran Trippier. In midfield, Sisto on the left, Morris on the right, and in the middle, Pep and Sam Redmond together. And up top, Gabriel Barbosa and Gianluca Esposito. On the bench, Franca, Davies, Bentaker, Alan, Sigurdsson, Brandt and Callum Wilson, and that is our side for today's game. So Mayo could possibly play, but I don't want to risk his injury getting worse. And also Timo Horn as well. Can't even put him on the bench with that bruised head. Very frustrating indeed. So if Mitchell gets an injury or suspension, I don't know what I'm going to do. But still, here we go then. First and only game of today's episode. It's the FA Cup final, for God's sake. Get excited about it. It's the FA Cup final here, and what a chance of our first piece of silverware in the entire series. You guys know that we choked in Season 1 in the Capital One Cup final. We lost to Bolton 3-2. They scored a stoppage time winner, but this is the chance to redeem ourselves. FA Cup final. It's Swansea's first ever FA Cup final. Let's stop nattering on and let's get the win. Come on, Swansea. I want a trophy. So here we go then, underway at Wembley, and our first final since Season 1. And once again, we are the favourites to win it. We are the favourites to win this final, like the Capital One Cup final back in Season 1. But we all know what happened in that game. And I guess, I don't know really, I just feel like we choke in the big games so often. And I just feel as though this might be the same scenario, where we're expected to win, but we let the occasion get the better of us. It happens so often in this series, but hopefully it won't here. This is Swansea's first ever FA Cup final though, so you can see right now, we're making some great progression with the Welsh team. We're into the Champions League for the first time in their history, and now their first ever FA Cup final as well. If we can win it, what a way to end Season 5. Qualifying for the Champions League, and also delivering some silverware as well. So, hopefully we will be able to get ourselves a trophy, but again, a little bit nervous for it, but it's still 0-0. Nothing's happened in the first half so far. We have looked the stronger side and had more possession, and finally, the first highlight does come here with Mahrez on the ball. So Mahrez finds Pep in the middle of the park. Great ball over the top towards Esposito. It could be through here. Ochoa makes a great save, and Pep heads it on. And Mahrez's header is dealt with as well. Come back towards Mahrez though, crosses, and again it's dealt with by Stoke City. A couple of great chances there, but Stoke get away with it, and it is still 0-0. But another highlight with 11 minutes to go before the break here, and can we possibly make it 1-0 as we have the ball at our feet? Trippier inside towards Pep, down the right hand side, needs a teammate really to help him out here. Pep on the ball, back towards Kieran Trippier, filling in for Mayo, through towards Mahrez. Another great ball towards Esposito, takes it round Radoja and goes through, and again Guillermo Ochoa denies the Italian stallion, and it is still goal. So we've had a very good first half in terms of the stats in the top right, but it is still 0-0. We need to take one of these chances though, otherwise Stoke could punish us. And here is George on the ball, finding Sisto, and Sisto finds Pep on the edge of the area. He finds Esposito, and again Ochoa denies our Italian striker for the third time in just a few minutes, and it's still 0-0, and Pep's header goes onto the roof of the net. It's been a very solid first half from the Welsh club, but it is still 0-0. We need to find a back of the net though, because we know we'll get punished if we don't find a goal. Come on. I really don't know what to say at half time. It's a big team talk. We've been very unlucky in the first half, and I'm tempted to say that, or I could say keep going out there and you can still win this one, or go back out there and grab the goal to win this for us. So I'll go with unlucky, because we have been quite unlucky in the first half, and we've motivated most of the team. I will calmly tell Barbosa I'm not happy with his performance, because he had nothing in the first half, and he's fired up, which is good. But still, second half to come, 45 minutes to go. Can we win our first trophy of the series? We've got a great chance to do it. Let's not choke, come on. So first highlight of the second half, and unfortunately it will come to Stoke City with Da Costa looking for Keiko down this right hand side. He crosses towards Bacca, Marlon heads it away though, and now a possible chance on a break with Sisto running at Stoke players who are basically just letting him run at them now as he goes down this right hand side. Sisto still on the ball, takes it round one, finds Mahrez here. Mahrez cuts inside, he finds Esposito, takes it round his man and finds the ball into the back of the net, and finally Guillermo Ochoa is beaten by Esposito, who rifles the ball in and makes it Stoke City 0, Swansea 1. They just allowed Sisto to keep on running. One of those Stoke players should have took one for the team there, because we had bodies coming forward. Eventually Mahrez found Esposito, took it round his man, and from just inside the area rifles the ball in with that cannon of a left foot of his. It's 1-0 to Swansea, and we take the lead early in the second half. And here is Pep through towards George, who nods it back towards Brandt off the bench here. Julian Brandt comes inside and finds Pep here. Pep plays it out wide towards George, down the left-hand side. He crosses towards Esposito, who finds the back of the net for the second time in the game. And that will surely be that, with just over 11 minutes to go. The Italian stallion has looked lively all game long, and he's found the back of the net for the second time. George crosses the ball in. He controls it, takes his time, and knocks it into the bottom corner. 2-0 Swansea. The FA Cup is surely ours. And here's another highlight here of Redmond playing out wide towards Mahrez, down the right-hand side. Mahrez on the ball, runs at his man, plays it out wide towards Julian Brandt. We've got time here as he knocks it round his man. Still Brandt on the ball. Great ball towards Mahrez, inside the area. Back towards Kieran Trippier there. Fair enough. Trippier on the ball still. Back towards Mahrez. Can he come inside and shoot? Possibly no. Back towards Redmond. Just keeping hold of the ball for the time being. Brandt through towards Wilson off the bench. Subs linking up. Ochoa makes a great save. Then Mahrez, and it comes back to Esposito for his hat-trick. Scores his second second goal in 2 minutes, and Gianluca Esposito, what a way to end the season. The Italian stallion gets a hat-trick in the FA Cup final. Ochoa with a brilliant double save, first from Wilson, then Mahrez. What a recovery, stopped by Ochoa. He needed some help from his defenders though. No one did help. Esposito puts it in. It's 3 for the Italian, and we're on our way to the FA Cup. And I'm going to take off Esposito as well for Joe Allen. What a game from our Italian striker. A hat-trick for him in the FA Cup final. What a performance that was. And it is great to know that he's not single-handedly won us this FA Cup final, but he's certainly been the main man, that is for sure. So hopefully we can keep out of our clean sheet as well. That'll be really good to see, especially with Horn being injured for this and Billy Mitchell filling in. But it is a highlight for Stoke here to possibly have one final chance getting back in the game here. Backer plays it through towards Saka, who does find the back of the net. And Stoke City have made it 3-1 with just over 3 minutes to play. I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. We should be totally fine. John on the ball through towards his teammate Backer. Nice little ball through there, and Sacco with the finish at the near post. Mitchell is beaten. I'm not worried though, we should be fine. It's a bit of a shame to see our clean sheet go late on, but I highly doubt it will matter too much, and we should still get the trophy come the end of 90 minutes. I mean, we shouldn't choke this bad, surely not. So 2 minutes of added time. May as well keep on talking because we're almost there. Count down the seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. That should do it, and there it is. Final score, Stoke City 1, Swansea 3. Rejoice, because I have won my first trophy as manager, and Swansea are FA Cup winners for the first time in their history. So passionately, I'm going to tell them, congratulations boys, enjoy these moments, you deserve it. And for the Italian stallion, wherever he is, where I can find him, there he is, got to passionately tell him, I mean, I'm passionate about it. I don't know what to say. I'm proud of your performance today. You earned some rest. And he's fired up as well. Of course he is. He's the Italian stallion. He's a wonder kid. So 3-1 the final score. And we definitely deserved a win. No doubt about that. We were the stronger side. And can you believe I honestly wanted to face Manchester United? Seriously? Why was I so negative? Oh, come on, man. I mean, Stoke aren't a bad side. But of course we were going to be the favourites for this. And of course we did indeed win. So final score 3-1. And so to end the season and to end today's episode as well, what we're going to do is, I wonder, as my name is on Swansea's lips, which is great, C's name on Swansea's lips, I don't know why it makes me laugh. I wonder if I've gone into the Swansea icons or favoured personnel list. I probably haven't, I doubt it, because I've got to do a lot more to get there, clearly, yeah, so I'm not. Why did I even think I would be, seriously? I mean, I find it crazy, but Leon Britton and Angel Rangel aren't even on this, which is crazy. I forced them out of this list. But anyway, we won the FA Cup, that's the most important thing. It's Swansea's first ever FA Cup as well, which is brilliant. If I can find out, I'll show you the list of honours they have. There might be a history. Yeah, here we are. So, yeah, it's the first ever FA Cup. I've won it for them, so I'm making history with Swansea, going to the Champions League for the first time ever in their career as well, in the history I should say. That's fantastic too. I'm continuing to develop Swansea. Everything's coming together really nicely. This is a great young squad. The future is very, very bright, and I'm so pleased we end season 5 with 2 massive positives: qualifying for the Champions League and winning the FA Cup as well. And as we take a look at the end of season awards for our 5th season, Sisto won Player of the Season, not a real surprise, 67% of the votes. He was an absolute monster all year long and deserving of that award. Benteke won Goal of the Season against Villa. Pep was our signing of the season in January, £7.5 million. Actually did very well for us this year, although I thought it would have gone to Mahrez, to be honest. And our young Player of the Season was Benteke at 22 years old. He continues to get very, very good as well. Quietly very good. He's growing into a really, really decent player. It's like Benteke so good, but because there's so many other great wonder kids here too, he sort of gets forgotten about sometimes. But still, a very good season for us. You can see the review right here as well. Swansea were expected to be amongst the leading contenders for a continental football qualification spot, and they lived up to that billing by securing a place for themselves. We finished 4th, we won the FA Cup, and of course the Capital One Cup didn't matter either, but we don't mind. A really, really awesome season, and it's great to show just how much progression we are continuing to make with this Swansea team. And so that went in today's episode in my football Football Manager series then, guys, so a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Season 5 has ended. We've qualified for the Champions League for next season, and we've won our first trophy as well in the FA Cup. Swansea have got a very bright future indeed, and I think from now on, we need to really up our ambitions and start saying that every single year we have to qualify for the Champions League. We've got to go for it now, seriously. We need to make sure that this group of players know that we match their ambitions and we can continue to do really, really well in the league and also in the cups as well. I want to win some more silverware too. So thanks for watching today's episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please leave a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic evening. Hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend as well. And I'll see you for the start of Season 6 with Swansea very soon. Hopefully tomorrow, if not Choosey. Choosey? What is Tuesday? I'll see you for the next episode very soon. Choosey, let's just end this episode.